Let's move on now and over to the JNU Rao, and the All India MIM chief Asaduddin Owaisi has also now spoken on the controversy surrounding the Jawaharlal Nehru University. Owaisi in fact also says that he does not need a certificate of nationalism from the Sun.
The universities in India are in a state of flux. First it was the Hyderabad Central University, then the Jawaharlal Nehru University, and now the Jadavpur University. With me to get a perspective is Hyderabad MP Asaduddin Owaisi. Do you think this entire talk about the prayers, the slogans for Afzal Guru were completely unwarranted? What happened at JNU which has led to this kind of turn of events at the JNU?
Any slogans against our nation are highly objectionable. But having said that, putting a charge of sedition is totally unwarranted because the case law is very clear, the Supreme Court judgments are there, the recent Bombay High Court guidelines are very clear. It will not stand the test of the law, so sedition cannot be imposed on such cases.
But the slogans that they raised in favor of Afzal Guru, we had a similar prayer meeting organized for Yaqub Memon at the Hyderabad Central University in August last year, which was in a way the trigger point for whatever happened at the Central University. Do you think the students were also inviting trouble but doing things which were deemed to be anti-national?
There was no prayer meeting for Yaqub Memon as far as I know in Hyderabad Central University.
They offered namaz.
No. You see, a namaz is offered by Muslims, not by non-Muslim students. Secondly, it was a protest against capital punishment, which everyone has a right. Thirdly, the government of the day have allowed this matter to rake it up, and unfortunately, this whole debate about nationalism is being raked up. And there is a huge difference between nationalism and hooliganism. So the BJP government should understand that just because their foot soldiers are holding a national flag does not make them more nationalist than me or you.
Are you under pressure to prove your nationalism and patriotism every time now? Is that pressure on an average Indian as well?
No. This is a manufactured pressure wherein Rohit can only be called a Dalit if the Sangh Parivar decides that he is Dalit. I can only be a nationalist if the Sangh Parivar decides I am a nationalist, or if not, then I am an anti-national. So this whole debate of who's Dalit, who's nationalist, who's secular, this has gone too far. And the primary duty of this government, which they have failed in governance, so that is why all these issues suits them to cover up their weaknesses and their misgovernance.
All right, so in fact the JNU Rao is now spreading out across the country. We have seen protests in support of the JNU students that were taken out by the left-leaning Students Federation in Chennai. They were joined by another protest led by folk singer Kovan in Chennai. On the other hand, there were anti-JNU protests as well that took place in Ahmedabad and in Bengaluru. Meanwhile, in Delhi, a Congress delegation led by Vice President Rahul Gandhi is inside Rashtrapati Bhavan even as we speak, meeting with the President and sharing their views on the entire row around the JNU as well as the status of law and order situation across the country. Meanwhile, we also know that Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal too has sought an appointment with the Rashtrapati Bhavan and will be going to meet the President today sometime. Now this is the Congress delegation that you can see outside within the forecourt of the Rashtrapati Bhavan. The leader of the party in the Lok Sabha, Mallikarjun Kharge, there standing with other MPs. Ajay Makhan can be seen. There is a huge delegation that went along with Rahul Gandhi today. In fact, most of the people are waiting outside as some of the party members, some of the senior members along with Rahul Gandhi went inside to speak with the President. Jyotiraditya Scindia also there, RPN Singh and many others meeting with the President. Of late, the Congress has been going to the President, to the Rashtrapati Bhavan with several petitions and memorandum. We have seen them going to the President and talking about the situation in Arunachal Pradesh as well repeatedly. And this time they are meeting with the President to appraise him about the situation, the law and order situation in the country, their perspective on many issues, including the row in the row around the Jawaharlal Nehru University. Congress Vice President Rahul Gandhi led this delegation today. He is stepping out after meeting with the president in the forecourt of the Rashtrapati Bhavan, walking towards the podium where the media persons are waiting for him to talk about what exactly they told the president this afternoon.
नमस्कार। क्या क्या दिया आपने, किस तरीके से मुलाकात हुई, राष्ट्रपति जी ने क्या आश्वासन दिया? जोरदार आवाज, लाउडर। हिंदी, पहले हिंदी, पहले हिंदी। एक मिनट। देश प्रेम मेरे खून में है, मेरे दिल में है। मेरे पास इसको छोड़ के कुछ नहीं है। अगर किसी ने देश के खिलाफ कुछ किया, कहा, तो सख्त से सख्त कार्रवाई होनी चाहिए। मगर हिंदुस्तान के सब छात्रों को, पूरे इंस्टीट्यूशन को, जेएनयू को बदनाम नहीं करना चाहिए। जो हिंदुस्तान के युवा हैं, उनके अंदर ऊर्जा है, अलग अलग सोच है, अलग अलग सेंटिमेंट्स हैं, उनको एक विचारधारा से दबाने हम आरएसएस को नहीं दबाने देंगे। आरएसएस पूरे देश के स्टूडेंट्स के ऊपर एक सोच थोपना चाहती है, और जो भी उनके खिलाफ बोलता है, रोहित वेमुला, हर एक यूनिवर्सिटी में अगर आरएसएस की सोच के खिलाफ कोई भी बोलता है, सरकार की सोच के खिलाफ कोई भी बोलता है, तो उसको कुचलने की कोशिश करते हैं, और कांग्रेस पार्टी ये नहीं होने देगी। आपने दिल्ली में देखा, आपके मित्रों को, जर्नलिस्ट को 2 बार पीटा गया, पुलिस वाले देखते रहे। पूरी दुनिया में हिंदुस्तान के नाम पे धब्बा लगाया जा रहा है। सरकार का काम आपकी रक्षा करने का है, स्टूडेंट्स की रक्षा करने का है, उनको दबाने का काम नहीं है। इसलिए हम प्रेसिडेंट के पास गए और उनको हमने मेमोरेंडम दिया। Would you like me?
So what have you said exactly to the president? How can he intervene to make a situation better?
I'll repeat what I said in Hindi. Nationalism is in my blood. I have seen my family sacrifice again and again and again for this nation. If somebody has said anything against this nation, they should be punished according to law. However, it is not the government's job to destroy our institutions, our education institutions, and crush the expression of all our students. Across the country, the RSS is trying to impose a flawed ideology on the students of this country. This country will grow and prosper because of its students. This country will grow and prosper because of its students' imagination, because of their beliefs, because of their dreams. And imposing this dead ideology on top of our students is the biggest crime that can be done. And the Congress party will defend the rights of students everywhere. Rohit Vemula was crushed by the government because he expressed himself, and that is happening in every single university. That is why we went to the president. We saw over the last couple of days your friends journalists being thrashed in public view. We saw people being beaten up inside the court and the police just watching. This is sending a very, very bad signal, not only in this country but abroad. It is damaging India's image. And that is why the Congress party has gone to the President of India. Thank you very much.
All right, that was the Congress delegation that met with the President. Congress Vice President Rahul Gandhi there saying that the incidents of the past few days surrounding the JNU Rao and the assault that was seen on the journalists and students in the court premises of the Patiala House Court are damaging India's image. All right, let's also tell you that Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal is going to be meeting the President at 2 p.m. Let's go across now to Jugal Purohit, who's joining us with more details from the JNU campus. Jugal, what can you tell us about the protest that is being planned today by JNU students? The Vice Chancellor has asked them to stay within the premises, but we understand that buses are already waiting to take them to Jantar Mantar and Mandi House.
That's right, Maha, and the buses have been waiting for far too long. The protest was supposed to start from the premises of JNU by about 12 noon. It already is well past that, and we are given to understand that the students are still inside, sloganeering, giving speeches. In many of their speeches, they are also turning abusive against the media itself for the kind of role that the media, they believe, has played. So there is a lot of ranting going on inside the premises, but the real meat, the real protest, the real, the show of strength as it was to happen hasn't even begun. There are about 5 to 6 buses inside, about 200 to 300 odd students who were there next to those buses. The university has made its stand very, very clear. They say that they are not going to be in a position to guarantee their safety and security. They are a bit nervous, to be very honest. Last evening also the university has spoken to the Delhi police, asking them to ensure that there is security for these students as they go out, as they do what they wanted to do, and as they come inside. So it is a situation on which, about which everyone seems to be on the edge. We do not know what is holding the students back. Is it a last-minute reconsideration? Is it nervousness? Is it lack of numbers? Because Maha, one must understand that even as the protesters were speaking about it, they were galvanizing. There were also equal number of students who were wanting to go to their classes. They wanted to get out of this mess, as many of them called it, and back to their studies. So it isn't black and white, so to say. And as I said, the result of that is that the protest is already delayed, and we do not know still just how long it will take.
All right. We also want to touch base with our Kolkata correspondent Indrajit Kundu, getting us very important details from the Jadavpur University. Indro, is the situation there as surcharged as when we last spoke?
Well, that's right, Maha. You can see we are standing right outside the Jadavpur University main gate. I'll just ask my camera person to give you a sense of what's happening outside. The atmosphere is extremely charged now. And now that the information has reached that the ABVP workers who were supposed to march towards the Jadavpur University campus, they have begun their march. So the students who were sitting inside the campus, the Jadavpur University students, some of them have slowly come out. There is a barricade of sorts with posters like these which are outside. So the mood is quite confrontational at this point in time outside the Jadavpur University campus. Students, of course, for the past 1 hour have been sloganeering, against the AVBP, the BJP, RSS combined, and the right-wing forces. Mostly, students here, the left-leaning students from various organizations, cutting across the 3 faculties. And as you can see on the other side of the road, as my camera person is just trying to show you, there is heavy police presence. I'll just ask my camera person to show that the police is, waiting on the other side. The permission has, of course, been given to the ABVP workers to march and to conduct this protest. Now, whether they will be allowed to come right in front of the Jadavpur University gate is a matter that we'll have to wait and see. However, there is eager anticipation, and the atmosphere, of course, is charged. You can see some of the senior members, some of the alumni of Jadavpur University. They have also made a human chain right outside the Jadavpur University gate. They say that they are going to resist any attempt by ABVP workers to enter the Jadavpur University campus, because the allegation is that some of them did enter yesterday and tore apart some of the posters that were there by the students.
Right, Indro, many thanks for joining us with those details from the Jadavpur University. Atmosphere suddenly tense there at the university, at the Jadavpur University. Indro is going to stay on with us. We're taking a very quick break. We'll be back with more from across various campuses where we are seeing protests, as well as some other cities where we are seeing both the pro and anti-JNU protests. Stay with us.
Starting today, we are beginning our special coverage on the union budget. We are calling it Make or Break Budget 2016, because for the government and for the country, this is indeed a make or break budget. Our first